Hi y'all. How you doing? Did you want to come over here? Oh, okay. So I'm back with Security in the Black. I know it's been a minute since I've done this, but that's okay. I'm doing it now. So y'all, I have been so busy. I'm going to talk about some of that tonight because it has to do with some of the topics that I'm talking about. But I have to tell you guys. So my babies, my two boys, I was just telling a friend of mine about this show that they have me watching. Okay, it's called Attack the Titans. It's on Hulu. It's an anime, and it's so good. Like it really is. They were telling me about it, right? My son yesterday, he showed me, like he went on Google and showed me what some of the Titans look like, and I was like, oh my god, like that's terrible. Why? One of them had, because his body was so heavy, like he couldn't walk when he turned into it, and his legs were real skinny. So he drags himself along the ground. So he has no, like this part of his face is just gone, right? As well as the front of his body, it's terrible. And they like they eat people. Like this one little boy, his mother was caught by one of them, and it just ate her like right in front of him. It was terrible. But it's called Attack the Titans. It's on Hulu. Like it's really good. It's gruesome. It's a gruesome anime, like it really is. So I don't think it's appropriate for kids, but well, not little kids. But the story though, the story is really good. I was very surprised. But yeah, so they're excited that I'm watching it with them. Hey Ayana, how you doing? And so it's really good. I'm on like the end of season 1. Still trying to figure out what's happening and making sure they don't tell me anything. So go watch Attack the Titans if you haven't seen it already. Okay, it's real good. And you don't have to watch I think is it Japanese or Korean, something like that, but they have the English one too. Did I say Hulu? It's on Hulu, yeah. All right, y'all. So we're gonna talk about some cybersecurity news tonight. Okay, we're gonna talk about Android security updates. What the hell? Android, Google. I'm gonna need you to get it together, Google. Okay, because these security updates, like something's got to happen with that. Okay, but we're gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna show y'all my phone, which is the first time that I noticed what was going on. Okay, we're gonna talk about something called dehashed. I put it on my Patreon, and I asked folks, "Have you seen it?" I have not seen that before. I had not heard of it before. I'm still kind of fuzzy on what it means, so we're gonna watch like a 2-minute video to try to figure it out. Okay. And then I want to get into cyber insurance because I've just completed phase 1 of an Android class for elderly people in my community. Okay. Y'all, I'm telling you, I learned so many things about my phone creating that class. I'm telling you. But in doing that, right, because a large part of that is security, of course, how elderly people are targets, unfortunately, for many folks out here. So we talk about security and all that, and what they can do if something happens. And it's really like we really don't have a whole lot of recourse when it comes to, if you're hacked, somebody gets into your stuff and they steal your money. Now, the credit card or the bank or whatever, they will make you whole again as far as the money. But that's not enough. Okay. What's happening to this person that committed this crime? Chances are they're out there doing it to somebody else, and that is not satisfactory. Okay. We don't like that, but there's not much we can do in those situations. We feel really powerless, so what can we do, if anything? So I looked into cyber insurance, and like I said, it's about more than getting money back. Okay, so let's see what we can do regarding that. I'm gonna give you the results of the poll. I put a poll up last week. Okay, so I have the results from that, and I'm going to tell you the results from that. And there was one more thing. What was the other thing? There was something else. Maybe it'll come back to me. Hold on, let me look at this thing right here so be sure. Oh, social credit. Your social credit score. So let's start with that one right there. Let's start with social credit. Now, y'all remember if you watched it, I think it's still on Netflix. But ooh, did I download it? Ooh, girl, let me see. Download the damn thing. Here we go. Let me see. Download more than one thing at a time now. Thank you, StreamYard. Okay, so do y'all remember Black Mirror? I think it's still on Netflix. It should be. Okay. In Black Mirror, there was an episode about, I forget what it was called. Maybe it was called Social Credit or something. But this lady right here, she was in that episode. And remember how, like, from the time she woke up, everything she did gave her points toward her social credit score. Okay. So she would smile at people like she went to get coffee and, they just regular stuff that you do every single day. Okay. But she had to really pay attention to what she was doing and that she was kind and, saying thank you and please and giving people compliments and all this. And her score kept going up and up and up until something happened. I don't remember exactly because it was a while since I watched it, but her score kept going down. And when her score went down, she wasn't allowed to do certain things. Okay. So this is basically how the thing is happening, in China and all that. And they're talking about doing it over here in the US of A. Now, so I read a little bit about it, okay? And I found something really interesting. Now let me just tell you, just this one little, it was at the end of the article that this lady wrote on the hill.com. It was the article was Coming Soon, America's Own Social Credit System. So let me tell you what she wrote at the end. She said, peer pressure, trendy movements, and the ability to comply with the new system with the click of a mouse combine all the worst elements of dopamine chasing Americans. As it grows in breadth and power, what may be most surprising about our new social credit system won't be collective fear of it, but rather how quickly most people will fall in line. And that's a pretty scary thing. And I think she's right. But whatever. But let me, just in case, you're interested in this, let me show you where you can go to actually take a little test to see today, right now, if we had that social credit system, what would your score be if you're interested in doing something like that? I looked at that first question. I said, girl, I was like, no, this is ridiculous. Okay, so let me get this off the screen. So let me show you where you could go. I'm not gonna I ain't gonna be a hater. I'm not gonna block you from doing it. So I'll go ahead and share, and you make your own decision. Okay. So it's this website right here. And I'll put the link in this thing when I'm done. Okay. It's a social credit quiz. Could you survive the social credit score? So you go here and you take the quiz. And I just clicked on that first question. I was like, oh my God, here we go. So this is what you start with, okay? And it can either go up or down depending on, and I don't know what the other questions are. You can either go up and down depending on how you choose to answer these questions, okay? So, you know what? Let me just put the link in there right now so you can just go there. And, let us know what your score is. And the thing is, right, that some people won't even hang around you if you have a certain score. I don't know. This thing is just weird. It's getting a lot like, what's that book they made us read? 1984, I think it was called. I don't know. It's nuts. What's my doggone thing? Oh, here you go. I'm gonna put the link in there just in case you want to go real quick and see what your scope would be. All right, so let's look at this one right here. Now, where's my phone? As I was creating this course for the elderly people, you know, I went through my own, so it's for Android, okay? So, and we're doing a, what is this? We're doing one for iPhone, but I don't have an iPhone, okay? So somebody else has to do that. But as we're going through it, okay, I wanted to do the step-by-step myself, just so I could, you know, write it out. I didn't want to, you know, write what somebody else had or whatever. So I did it. Now, in doing that, this is what I noticed. I went to do the security update, okay, for the phone. So I went to my security settings and I saw this. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this. Ooh, can y'all see that? You see that red phone with the exclamation in the middle? I said, what the hell is that? Because I hadn't seen it before, you know, because I've been here, you know, but I'd never seen a red phone with an exclamation mark in the middle. I'm like, what the hell is that? So this is a Motorola G7, okay? And so I went to the website to see what's up. What that means, and you see the date is February 1st, 2021, okay? That red picture with the exclamation means I'm not getting any more security updates. That's it. We done. You good. Basically, is what Motorola is telling me, okay? You ain't getting no more. So I'm like, okay, like why? Like how does that even work? You know, and I knew that Android like pushed updates to manufacturers and it was like up to them to do what they want to do. But no, like that is totally I don't like that. Okay. So now I'm shopping for a phone. And one of the primary things I'm looking for, and I've never done this before, ever. Okay, ever. The first question, how long will I get security updates? Okay. Now, Google, what I read was they were terrible in the past, you know, as far as, and I not, let me not say Google, but manufacturers, people who have the Android OS, okay, were awful. And Google too, shit, it's their OS, you know, so, you know what I'm saying? But now there's a new Android version coming out. It's Android 12. It's called Snow Cone, okay? And it's got some really great features. And from what I read, Google is now, like manufacturers or many of them are now going to be providing 4 years of security updates. So that's definitely something that I'm going to check. I know Samsung is one manufacturer who they're really good about providing their updates. So, but let me show you Snow Cone. Okay, Snow Cone is coming out. But actually, it's out this month. It's the beta is out on, of course, Pixels. You know, Google's going to put it on their own phones first, and then there's a list here of the other phones that are going to get Android 12 or Snow Cone. Let me show you here. Is this it? Yep, that's it. Here she is. Okay, Android 12. Here's everything you need to know. Again, I'm going to put the link in there. When will it be available? Now, October 2021 is when they said it was going to be available. Which phones get it first? Pixel, of course. There you go. So if you have a Pixel and you haven't done an update yet, go ahead and do one. Okay. Over here. And after that, after Pixel, these are the other ones that are going to get it. I don't know who these people are. I've never seen a phone with that. I mean, I don't know who that is. You know, let me get off the screen so this will be a little bit bigger for y'all. So you can see that a little bit better. Oh, that didn't improve much, did it? I'll do something over here. What's that Zoom stuff? Is it here? Zoom it in for you. There we go. There we go. Okay. Who got one of these phones? I didn't even know. I thought that was a TV. I mean, who are these people? But anyway, they get it next, whoever they are. Why is it called 12? This is saying, apparently, I didn't know Android used to have like sweet names and stuff for the rollout of Android. I had no idea. Ayana, you said I took the quiz and my score was the same as it was. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it's not good or bad, I guess. That's funny, Ayana. So snow cone, that's what it is. So, okay. So what's new? So they tell you in this article all the new, shiny new things you're going to get with this thing. All right. Including a clock on your lock screen. You're getting bigger buttons. Okay. The notifications right now, when my alarm clock goes off, I have to swipe it. I'm not gonna have to do that anymore. If I get 12, I'm just gonna have to hit it, tap it, and I'll be good. These things here are bigger, they said. So all the settings are bigger. Yeah, because right now it's not like that at all. Enhanced screenshots, share screen, privacy dashboard. I mean, they got a lot of stuff going on over here. Okay, and you can go to YouTube and watch a video. The video is a lot more exciting. Let me show you that stuff. Here you go. This right here too, device connection, Bluetooth. Yeah, Android right now looks nothing like that. So that's new. Media player interface, app shortcuts. All right, so they're saying they have a lot of stuff here. Widgets, all that. One-handed mode, quick tap. There you go. Okay, and what happened so far? Yep, we've caught up to October 21. The beta is out now. So, I'm not sure which phone I'm gonna get. I'm leaning toward the Samsung phone. Now, I was with Sprint, and Sprint, as you know, has been taken over by T-Mobile. Well, T-Mobile is offering its Sprint customers a free phone. They're free. Is it Rev 5G, something like that. Rebel, maybe it's Rebel, something like that. Yeah, it looks nice because my sister has it, and she brought it over, and I saw it and all that stuff. Guess what I did? The first thing I did, I went to security, and guess what I saw? Guess what I saw? That red phone with a red exclamation. Brand new phone, girl. I said, you know what that means, right? Okay. So, and that's what I'm saying. As I'm shopping for my phone, something I've never done before, my first question is going to be, what them updates look like? Okay. What them updates do? that's what I'm going to say. All right. So, and that's something that that I mentioned in the class for the elderly people, is that when they shop for their phones, make sure that's a question that they're asking. Okay. And if the phone, and the thing is this, right? So we called the manufacturer, not the manufacturer, we called T-Mobile because supposedly they manufactured the phone, but they didn't. We found out they didn't. Some other company somewhere else, child, manufactured the phone. But the help desk guy, didn't know like what the hell we were talking about. He said something about, well, the McAfee thing will take care of the security update. I'm like, girl, hang up that phone. Okay, and let's go do something else here. So that's how that went. All right. Where are we next? So now let's talk about this insurance. So one question that I had right now, again with the PwC class, I placed FTC has a lot of video. I mean, really good videos. They've done really great videos about, detecting scammers and reporting scammers and, ways to not get scammed and what to do with public Wi-Fi. They have really, really good video. And CISA too, the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, whatever that stands for. They have good videos too, all right? But the thing is, like, if this happens, who do you report it to? You know, like really. I mean, and I don't mean report it to just so they can know. Okay. Report it to so somebody can do something. Okay. It's just like if, you know, if my car gets broken into and I call somebody, you know, I could make a police report and do all that. You know what I mean? If something happens, if a crime happens, I can make a police report, you know, and report the thing. And, you know, depending on how serious it was and all that, like I do have some recourse. Okay. And it's not just me getting my money back. It's like you have to be accountable for the stuff you did. Okay. That's part of the recourse. The person who did it being accountable for it. All right. We don't have that in cyber right now. We don't. And I don't like that. You know, who does like that? Who, you know, especially because it's such an egregious thing, you know. We watch American Greed, you know, so it's not just you've got these white collar people just, I mean, just taking stuff from people and don't care. It's like, really, how do you sleep at night? For real? How? It's terrible. But so what I looked at, right, and what I thought about was, well, what's up? I feel like we need to get where we are, like the same place we are with cyber as we are with cars. Why can I never find the right thing for this thing? Okay, so this is a 2022 Range Rover. A Range Rover is my dream car, just so you know. I love these cars. My dream car. So now, the way insurance works here, you know, depending on where you live, and every state, from what I read, requires you to get some kind of insurance when you purchase a car. Okay. And not only do we have to get insurance, the people creating these things, they have regulations, they have things they have to do. Okay. Before this thing gets on the road, to make sure it's got the security features that it needs and the safety stuff and everything is up to par. And, you know, you got the schedule in there about when you got all of that. Y'all know how that works with cars. Okay. And people, like, we're good with that. You know, we're good. Yeah, I don't mind getting car insurance. Okay. Now, the only place that you don't need, at least from what I read, car insurance is not legally required, and that's in New Hampshire. Now, you only don't need it if you can prove that, you know, if something pop off, you have the money to pay. Okay, so either get insurance or show us what you got in your bank account, something like that. You know what I mean? But the principle is still the same. Okay, you have it's pretty, it's real nice. The interior is banging, but this can very easily be used as a weapon. Very easily. We've seen it all kind of play. You know, what's the name of that show? Cops. All these murder shows that's on, you know, folks running folks over because they mad. That's not what it's for. Okay, it's not to murder people and hurt, running the crowds and all that stuff. That's not what this was created for. But people hack it and they use it to cause harm to others. Does that sound familiar? Because of that, we know if you decide to do something like that, number one, we have laws to hold you accountable for that crime. Number one. Okay. And number two, you're going to pay. Your insurance going to pay for this bodily harm and all this other stuff that you done caused. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So cyber needs to evolve, like the way that, you know, car manufacturers in the car industry has. A computer is the same way. This could be a brand new shiny computer. Okay. Computers are not meant to cause harm to people. You know, it's not meant to, you know, to do a lot of the things that they're able to do. you know, when they infringe on people's rights and stuff. It's not meant for that. Okay, that's not what it was made for. But it's hacked by people the same way this thing is. When you mad or you disagree with somebody or you know, feel like you can't get a job or whatever, you know, and you use it so you could, you know, feel good in some kind of way, you know, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, I looked up, well, what's going on as far as insurance, cyber insurance, you know, as a start. For now, we know businesses aren't required to have it. As far as I know, businesses are not required to have cyber insurance. Nobody is, as far as I know. Okay. Hi, NC worker. But we do have options, and it's mostly, let me read here. It's mostly, let me read you why it says car insurance is required, because this is word for word why I feel like cybersecurity insurance should be required. It says the primary reason car insurance is required is because of your liability, i.e. responsibility for any damage you cause. Okay. Although you may carry optional comprehensive and collision coverage to cover your vehicle, the coverages required by most states' laws are bodily injury and property damage insurance. These coverages, through state-specific coverage limits, provide financial relief for victims of damages you cause in an accident. Since your vehicle has the potential to cause physical or material harm, you need to carry enough insurance to cover the cost of these damages. Can you imagine if every person who purchased a computer, you know, and that computer was treated as if it was a vehicle, right? And like you can get different kinds of insurance, right? Like, and the same thing would apply here, okay? Because, you know, you can cause damage, you know, potentially physical and material damage. There's a show on, I think it's Prime. Yeah, it's Prime. It's called Web of Lies. Have y'all seen that? It's called Web of Lies. I think the first 2 seasons are free or something. And it's about people behind computers, like taking advantage mostly of young women. Okay. You know, and using the computer to commit crimes and blackmail them. And like one lady, I think she was Miss Teen America or something, right? The guy had been watching her through her camera for like a whole year, you know, and just had naked pictures. I mean, all kinds of craziness using his computer to do that, you know? So I don't know. I feel like cyber insurance, we have a long way to go, but there's something out there. And from what I read, it's mostly like through your homeowner's insurance that you can get that. Let me see. Did I put that over here? Let me see. But it's through that. But if you just Google, you know, cybersecurity insurance, personal insurance, then you'll a lot of stuff will pop up for you. So you can look into that. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is dehashed. Who's heard about dehashed before? Because I haven't. Okay. I don't know where it popped up. I was looking at I think I was looking at like passwords, like the password checker, you know, to see if your password is strong enough. And that thing popped up and I was like, well, what is this? Okay. And I read it and I'm like, well, what is this? Because I still didn't get it. I was like, what? Is that saying what I think it's saying? You know, so let's figure this out together. All right. Let me oh girl, let me look at pull this video up. It's real short. It's only like a minute and 13 seconds or something. Well, I was like, I don't know what this is. So let's see what dehashed is. Okay. Here we go. I gotta share system audio. All right. This thing gonna play or what? What's going on?
Dehashed.com. What's Dehashed and what is it for? Dehashed is a free hack database search engine, a revolutionary account security and consultancy tool to retrieve accounts from hacked databases that have been made public on the internet. With Dehashed, you could see the exact data regarding which of your online accounts have been compromised or at risk of being compromised, and from which website that data was compromised. In 2017 alone, close to 1 billion people were affected by cybercrime, with 37,000 websites getting hacked each day. Databases of these websites are made public by hackers and used by others to commit fraud. This data may include things such as financial data, names, usernames, emails, passwords, and much more. Hackers use this data to target, harass, and/or defraud you. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Securing your online identity is easy with Dehashed. What information can I search for? You can search for almost anything. For example, name, username, email, phone number, IP and address, and much more. We aren't only a hack data search engine, but we also act as a people search and spam list search. It's everything in a single search bar. How do I use it? You can use Dehashed by inserting your search term on our search bar, and upon registration, we'll retrieve the results of your searching item if existing. Do I have to pay for it? If so, how much does it cost? No, it's completely free to use. All you need to do is search for your term, then register and retrieve the information from our system. It's a completely free account consultancy system. Although some features are paid, you could gain access to them for as low as 12 cents a day. Where can I visit? You can visit us online at www.dehashed.com, where our friendly support is available 24/7.
Okay, so from what I read about it too, because that I don't know if that's everything that it does. Uh-oh, one second. Get this off of here. From what I read, it sounded like I could search for my data, but like take it out of wherever it was. If the thing was, if the server was compromised or something like that, I actually take my information out of it. Like that's what it sounded like to me. And I'm like, is that possible? Like, is that what they're doing? I don't know. I have to look more into it. But if you know what it is, like, let me know what it is, like in the comments or something, because I'm still not clear on exactly what they do, or what the service is right there. So Dhash, we still got a question mark for you. Okay, so the last thing I want to go over is I put up a poll. I don't know if you all saw it or not, but I asked a question like right after I did my last video on hacking is not a crime. Okay. And I asked the question, like I really asked the question. Okay. I wasn't, it's a legitimate question because I really wanted to see what people thought. Okay. So the question was, does it make sense for cyber professionals to acquire, okay, hey Stan, how you doing? Internet presence scrubbing. Yeah. So scrubbing, so they would take, like I don't just see where my stuff is. I take it out or take it back or something like that, right? If I'm scrubbing it, right? That's what it sounds like. Okay, so the question is, does it make sense for cyber professionals to acquire and be certified in practicing the same skills as criminal hackers? Same skills. The choices were, of course. How else will they learn to protect? Yep, next choice was, that's nuts. Are firefighters certified arsonists? And the next one, it doesn't matter one way or the other, we're still getting hacked. Okay. So we have 70% of people said, of course. How else will we learn to protect? 20%, that's nuts, are firefighters certified arsonists. And everybody else said, it don't matter. It don't matter one way or the other. We still get hacked out here, girl. It does not matter, okay? Okay, so so that's that little poll. If you haven't, answered it, you can still go, and answer it. And if I see a substantial change, I'll come back with something else. But I'll put another poll up really soon as well. So, all right, so that's it for your security in the Black news. Now I owe everybody here. So the link to the test is in the chat. Oh, and I got to put the link to the Android thing in here too. Let me do that. Let me do that here too. In case you want to go see the new snow cone, Android version 12. It's out now. If you have a Pixel, you can get the new version on your phone if you haven't done your update yet. And other brands of phones I've never heard of in my life, those are next. Okay, those are next. All right, thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm gonna see you back here next time. Those of you who have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. For those of you watching the replay, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you can be notified when I come on to do another Security in the Black, or just, come on and just be chatting with y'all, okay? Y'all have an amazing evening. And I'll see you back here very soon. Good night. Thanks, Ayana. Bye, NC Worker. Bye, Stan.